Weather Authority meteorologist Ron Rhodes.
0.17. Angie, do you know what that number reflects?
I do not.
That is the amount of rainfall we have had this month. Yes, it's been fairly dry, at least here in Evansville. It's been pretty dry. Now, it's been pretty wet in other areas of the tri-state, especially down to the south. But for us here, less than 1/4 of an inch of rain. And so a really dry start to April. And we're already pretty much the middle of the month. It's the 14th of the month. And of course, April only has 30 days. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. And here's what we've got. We have got ourselves 3 or 4 rainy days in a row. Now, Saturday, not so much, but we do have Sunday. We have a chance for rain. And Friday looks like a pretty good soaker. So we can't complain too much about these rainy days because we could probably use it, especially if you planted grass seed recently. And I think some of you probably did. Let's take a look outside right now and show you what we got. And this is our backyard camera, the Heads Construction Cam, looking out toward a few clouds in the sky. Really cool sky because you got different levels of clouds out there. You see those cumulus clouds kind of floating there in the foreground, and then you look at those higher clouds, kind of a deck of overcast behind it. But it's really a cool shot. It almost looks like a relief mat, you know, where you've got these clouds kind of popping out from the other clouds. Love it. Good shot right there from the backyard. This is another shot. This is from the Hampton Inn in downtown Owensboro. Looks like the fountains are going off right there. A little bit of a breeze out and about. And then downtown Evansville, where the sunshine's trying to make it through that higher cloud level. Or layer rather, and you can see a little bit of traffic down there on Riverside Drive. So at times some veiled sunshine. I think the cloud's going to break through, or the sun's going to break through the clouds at times. And we'll be seeing a pretty good mix, but more clouds than sunshine. 46 degrees right now. Wind is starting to pick up a little bit, nothing like yesterday, but 8 miles an hour. So it's going to be in that 5 to 15 mile per hour range. So getting a little breezier this afternoon, but not bad. Can we do a temperature run? As low as we can go, 41 in French Lick, 42 Lagodi, 43 in Vincennes, 44 degrees in Harrisburg, 45 in Jasper, 46 Santa Claus, 47 in Tell City, and I don't see a 48-degree temperature anywhere in the tri-state. Of course, some rain-cooled air down to the south along the western Kentucky Parkway. Well, all the rain that we had, though, earlier in the year, January, February, and March, where we're running a surplus, and by the way, we're running a deficit for the month of better than 1.5 inches, just so you know. But we've got morels and a mess of them. Look at all these morels, these mushrooms out there. Of course, these are like the valued mushrooms. Amanda GISH got this right here. And how did she get it? She actually got it when her son was out in the backyard playing football. He kicks the football into a cluster of woods, and she goes in there to get their football, or he does, and he sees all these mushrooms, tells his mom. Amanda goes out there, plucks them all, and boom, 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 boom. You got a whole lot of morels out there. That's some good eating right there. All right, so we take a look at our live first warning Doppler radar. A little bit of rain in Hopkins County, Muhlenberg County, southern Ohio County as expected right there along the western Kentucky Parkway. This rain's going to be cutting through over the next couple of hours. I mean, pretty much out of the picture, though, as we head into mid and late afternoon. We do have a rain chance, though, tomorrow. So if you're missing out on the rain today, and most of us will, we've got a little bit better chance tomorrow, and then we've got a still better chance on Friday. A few breaks in the clouds up to the north, and then we all see some breaks in the clouds as we go through mid-afternoon into late afternoon. At 5 o'clock, you can see all the sunshine we're going to have. Now, the sun is setting at around 7:30 Central Time. So these clouds could be broken at that time, but we might just be seeing basically the sun dropping down below the horizon to the west. So that's going to be what we go with. But at least we'll have the sunset, whether it's cloudy or broken clouds, rather, and very colorful, or just basically a sun drop. It works. We've got ourselves a clear night tonight. Of course, that temperature is going to be dropping down to around the freezing mark. We have a freeze warning out for the tri-state, the entire tri-state tomorrow morning. I'm calling it 30 for an overnight low. So we're going to be down below the freezing mark, it looks like, for a few hours, at least a couple. And as we head into tomorrow, we do see a few clouds start to move in later in the morning. And by the afternoon, we start to see that rain chance developing in the early afternoon to the north, shifting a little bit more to the south. Run after run continuing to show this trend. Other guidance is starting to pick up on this too. So it does look like we're going to see a decent chance for a little bit of rain out there to the west, or to the south rather. So north and south, it just starts out to the north and shifts more to the south. Normally, we look at our weather makers coming in from the west and go west to east. Rainfall forecast, maybe 1/4 of an inch over the next couple of days, but again, better chance for rain on Friday. Here's my forecast for today, calling for high temperature in the low 50s or right around 50 degrees. I'm calling it 52 here in Evansville, but maybe a couple above or a couple below, depending upon how much sunshine you get, with a north-northwest wind at around 5 to 15 miles an hour. So we are going to be seeing a few showers, at least over the next few hours to the south, but for most of us, we're staying dry. dry. A little bit better chance of rain, though, for our Wednesday. Still not a great chance, though, and it's going to be plenty windy tomorrow, too. And really, every other day, we're going to be seeing that chance for some wind kicking up pretty good, 15 to 25 miles an hour tomorrow. So I'd say it's a pretty good wind. And then we see that morning low of 30 degrees on Wednesday, and then we have a morning low in the mid-30s on Thursday. Still could see a little bit of frost out there, but the wind might be a factor to keep that from forming. You can see highs in the 50s, and finally lows will be up into the 40s again as we head into the weekend. My pick day of the week, Saturday. Sunshine and 63 degrees. I think we can live with that, even though it's a few degrees below the average.
But you know, it's been so windy.
Yeah.
I mean, this
not so much
whole
today,
season, though, has been
it's been
very
a very
windy.
windy March and April. You're right. Even though we haven't seen much rain in the month of April, we have seen quite a bit of wind out there.
We sure have. It's just really been tough.
It was ferocious yesterday, too. Nice little color in the sky last night in Henderson. Gerald Scott got this shot right here, reflecting off the water. Pretty lovely view from his vantage point there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this. Stick around.